Alright. Good evening, YouTube. 1:32 in the morning. Today we are doing bone marrow. Wait a minute, move that down just a little bit. Fried bone marrow. I'm going to do some red onions with it. Making a salad. So right now I'm going to be doing some pickling the red onions to go with the salad. It's going to be a parsley salad with shallots and capers, some lemon and some lemon zest. We'll probably sprinkle some olive oil on the top of that as well. Anyway, before we do that, we got to get my drink mixing going. So I didn't show you last time when I did the margarita. This is just going to be a quick, simple margarita.
You could take like Applebee's.
Look, you over there watching that. My sister, the superior bartender, is here, and she's giving me looks like, you know, I don't know how to make a fucking margarita. So, unless she wants to show everybody how to do it, then she can kiss my ass and let me do it my way. You still gonna look over there like that?
Huh?
Anyway, I don't have a simple syrup, so I just put some sugar in there. Let that mix up on its own. Quit fucking looking at me like that. Got your lime squeezed in there. It's all going to be in one container. I'm not going to put it over to another one. Oh my God, a sin. Get my ice in the container. I'm seriously going to hurt you. And I actually decided I found some rose syrup that I'm going to put in there too. Can you hand me the salsa over there, please, ma'am?
Hey, I used this one in my dream.
Put it in my salsa. A little more. Mix it up. The margarita.
It's margarita.
Let's see what I did. It's tasty. Anyway, so now that that's done, and she's still staring at me, burning light, burning minutes here. We're gonna focus in on this. I didn't turn my fire on yet. This is what happens when you do stuff like at 1 in the morning. Anyway, let me light my fire here. Why don't you tell us what's wrong with it, huh? Okay, yeah, that's right. Anyway, I gave him wasting time. I'm burning something. Pickled onions. To make a quick pickling sauce, you're going to use a hot water here. I need to slice my onions up. What we're using here is this is a red wine vinegar, 1.5 cups. And then we also have over here, this is also going to be in it. We've got a cup of sugar, a teaspoon of salt. It's a little less than a teaspoon because it's sea salt. 2 things of star anise and a cinnamon stick. So that's all going to go together. We're going to let that boil. Once it comes to a boil, we'll turn it off and we're going to pour it over our onions. We're going to need a container for our onions. And move this over here. So now we have our onions. Red onions we're using. With an extremely tough outer shell. Outer skin. But again, make sure we take out that thick layer on the outside. I've got plenty of onion. You're supposed to use one onion. We're going to thinly slice this onion here. Make a mess of this. Got our onion. I'm going to do one more. And I'm about to start crying. I'm going to toss this really quick. I'm having trouble, I'm sorry. It's going to be quicker this way. I wanted to do some whole, but I can't keep my eyes open right now. Oh my God. Anyway, we got our two here. That's done. Got our red wine vinegar. Put this over here. Move this over here. I'm gonna back this out. Okay, red wine vinegar is boiling. So at this point, I'm turning it off. Find myself a pot holder. And that goes over there, and all this is going to do from this point on is just going to sit. So we're just going to let it soak up everything. I'll give it a good stir every once in a while. But that's it for that part anyway, for the pickled onions. Give me a second so I can set up for the bone marrow. Okay, so we got our parsley right here that I just cut up, tore apart, whatever. Bless you. We're going to put our shallots in there. For those of you who are unaware, shallot is slightly different than an onion. It has a milder taste. It's supposed to be sweeter. So it's like variety. They are actually, here, let me grab one for you over here. I'm going to go with two in here. But the way they grow is like garlic. They grow in cloves. Cloves, garlic bulb. Sorry. That margarita's kicking in. Anyway, so we're going to slice up these two here. And we're going to place this in to our, break them apart a bit. But that's going to go into our salad here. And then the onions actually will go on top afterwards. We're not going to mix this in there with them, because the other thing that we're putting in here. Actually, these are making me cry too. Whew. So we're going to mix that in there a bit. Oh my god. They're making me cry worse than the onions. Got some capers. Put our capers in here. Fuck it. We'll put the whole thing capers in here. A little bit of sauce in there, so capers away. Did we put olive oil in this last time or no? You want to hand me that too? Thank you very much. Got our butter in there. On top of this, little drizzles of olive oil. Gonna add some more color in here. Let me put this up here now so we have a better look on it. But let me find our lovely zester. So we're gonna zest a little bit of lemon on here. Not too much. We want to keep our fingernails out of there too. Well, this one is not working too well. We're going to do that more in a second. That's going to be fine for right now. But anyway, I'm over here burning my damn butter. So we're going to set that to the side right now. That's done. We go over to this side. We have our butter burning. This is why you should have everything prepared before you start doing stuff. Looking for my tongs. Anyway, okay. So we got this going. We have our flour mixer here. It's really simple. It's just that flour. Our bone marrow right here. And the thing with the bone marrow is that you have to find the right temperature. We're going to do a medium heat right now. You might have to go a little bit higher, just a little bit. But it has to be at the right temperature, because if it's too low, it's not going to cook right. If it's too high, you're going to melt everything out. So, show you my bone marrow here. We're putting this in the flour mixture. So bone marrow is coated. I'm going to put these in here one by one. I like to use a higher heat. We're going to start with a little bit now. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever done this. We're going to see how these come out here. If this doesn't come out right, I'm actually put this back over here. I'll let that going for a little while. But if it doesn't come out right, I'm actually just going to switch over to the deep fryer. We'll put them in the deep fryer. We'll be done that way. Not a flash fry, you know, a medium, but we'll get it done one way or another. I should have let that heat up more. I had it on the low heat. I put it up to medium. Now it's a medium high, but let's put that back down over there. The butter looks terrible. I'm going to have to do this over again. Be back in a second while this heats up. Okay, so still got a lot more frying to do. This is all done. You're looking at me. This is the parsley, your pickled onions on there, the salad's in there. There's your bone marrow on top. You do have to find that right temperature. Put this back over here. But you do have to find the right temperature, because if you don't, it is going to melt. Let me show you what I've done so far. I got a little bit of ways to go. I do have a lot of bone marrow over there. Flip that around. This is what I've done from that little bit. Bone marrow is pretty much, it's very soft. It's like fatty. It's extremely fatty. So that's where all the flavor is. You know, like, well, of the meat and stuff. I mean, it has its own flavor. Sorry. Anyway, that's all that there. That's there. I still have a whole container of bone marrow to do, so I'm going to be up all night doing this. That's our plate. Give it a try. You can get bone marrow from any store, actually. I got this from my store. You just got to ask them for the cuts for it. Make sure that they're like 2-inch pieces that they'll cut them into. You'll let the bones warm. What I did with mine is I took mine and I put them in some hot tap water. Let them sit in there for like 5-10 minutes, and then they should be able to slide right out. That's all it is. After that, you're going to soak them in some salt water. I put salt water and added some spices to it, actually, just so those will absorb into the bone marrow as well. Let it soak overnight. Take them out. It's a simple flour with some spices in it. That's all I did for that there. You know, flour them, suck them in there, it's done. But anyway, one more time I'll show you this. This is it. Parsley with capers, shallots, pickled onions, pickled red onions, and of course the bone marrow on the top. So I'm going to enjoy this. You should go out and make some too. Thank you for watching once again. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share it with everybody else. Let them learn about this stuff too. It's about discovering new things, learning new things, eating new foods. That's about it. Thank you very much once again, and I hope you guys have a good night or a good morning. Peace out.